Okay, it looks as though there's been some development in the Stella Odablock and internal Jagex corruption debacle. DogInVarrock has released a Dear Stella Part 2 video that is entitled The Girl That Cried Trident. Well, damn. It looks as though DogInVarrock has decided to put forward some more evidence which may or may not further indicate Stella and Mod Trident in a transgression against the RuneScape community and of course RuneScape terms of service. I was hoping that we would have received an update from Jagex by now confirming that they had launched an internal investigation, but I do appreciate that the situation is delicate and these things take time. Anyway, let's get into it.
Hey Stella, why'd you go into hiding? I saw that your server got nuked and your Discord account got deleted, but you still ain't safe. Before we jump into the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support in the last video. You guys absolutely went wild on it. And the second thing I want to state is that I noticed a lot of support for Oda in the comments, and there was also a few people that did not support him. Now, I don't care whether or not you support him or don't support him, but if you guys don't see corruption in this, then you're absolutely blind. So with that being said, free my boy O doing life in the box. The following screenshots that you guys see on the screen right now are from the YouTuber named Hair. He made a video interviewing Don Dutta, who is an admin in Stella CC. So if you have not seen his video, I will leave a link to it in my description. Now, he asks him about a few things that are going on, and Don Dutta responds, "We don't break the rules, hence we aren't banned. We don't use bots, or we would be banned. Stella is held to a higher standard than any other RuneScape streamer, and she had to make her own account from scratch, not just mooch off the viewers." Really? So if this was disproven, then it would prove corruption, correct?
I like my CC. I worked hard for it, and I'm not gonna give it up. I worked very hard for it. I worked very hard to get rid of these scammers. If that's what you want to do, you want to go join theirs and download that go ahead, no one's stopping you.
Now, if sucking tridents...
Can anyone tell me what the fuck that accent is? I know, don't come in the comments and saying that it's an American accent, because that much I can pretty much tell, but whereabouts, like what state is that from or what city? I don't think I've ever heard that like type of accent before.
Talk and posting NSFW stuff in your Discord and advertising it on your stream is hard work, then yeah, you worked very hard for your server. I did, however, notice one thing in that clip. You stopped yourself from saying plugin. But why did you stop yourself? Could it be because Mod
Hold on, let's go back. Let's listen to that one more time. Hold on.
I worked hard for it, and I'm not gonna give it up. I worked very hard for it. I worked very hard to get rid of these scammers. If that's what you want to do, you want to go join theirs and download that go ahead, no one's stopping you.
No, she did, you know. She was gonna say plugin, you know. Ooh, okay. Wow.
If sucking Trident's cock and posting NSFW stuff in your Discord and advertising it on your stream is hard work, then yeah, you worked very hard for your server. I did, however, notice one thing in that clip. You stopped yourself from saying plugin. But why did you stop yourself? Could it be because Mod Trident developed you a plugin in secret and never told anyone about it? You know, the one that kicks people automatically and shows you scammer lists? Why didn't Mod Trident give this plugin out to everybody else? I'm sure it could have been a very useful tool. Now let's address the fact that Don Dutta said she had to make her own account from scratch and not just mooch off the viewers. I'm very confused by this because the following screenshot shows that she was in fact in an account buying Discord. So, is she making the account from scratch, or is Pablo from Venezuela making it? Take one look at the stats on this account and tell me this wasn't an account made exactly for
Hold on.
making it. Take one look at the stats on this account.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And tell me this wasn't an account made exactly for Nightmare Zone. And then after that, you couldn't even go out of the way to get Barrow's gloves done. Why though? Because you need them.
Squarespace is a website that makes websites.
Nice little advert in the middle of
And people
the reaction.
are people
What's this?
who make people.
Skip.
For deathmatching, right? But you don't know how to cook a shrimp, so you don't know how to get to level 70 cooking. Well, let's pop up another screenshot here from Hair's video where Don Dutta confirms that the Bitcoin wallet that I showed in my last video was in fact hers, and he says that she's allowed to send money to herself. You can literally see all her receivers are from the same two wallets. She can even prove that she owns the wallet by sending from it. Is that so? Now let's hypothetically look at this. If both wallets did actually belong to her, why in the world would she be talking to herself on Discord saying, "Oh, send 1450, give me enough gold for that"? Does Stella have multiple personality disorder now? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Don Dutta? Now, I don't know why I have to show this again, but obviously Don Dutta is on one right now. So let's go ahead and look at the wallets that everything is coming from. This one ends in CG, so that's wallet number 1. This one ends in PL, that's wallet number 2. This one ends in 1E, that's wallet number 3. This one ends in CZ, that's
well, that's already more than 2 wallets, isn't it, boys?
Number 4. This one ends in...
And girls.
ends in EA. That's wallet number 5. This one ends in UM. That's wallet number 6.
Okay.
This one ends in XE. That's wallet number 7. This one ends in 5N. That's wallet number 8. So, are you sure that there's only 2 wallets there that she's sending money from? Because I already counted 8, and that's just the first page. Now, for someone like Stella claiming that she doesn't sell gold, it's pretty odd that you would delete all your messages on Discord between you and this person after you sold him gold. Are you trying to hide the fact that you sold it? Because you do realize you can't delete his side, right? Now, on top of all of that, before you got banned on site, Stella, you used to buy and sell gold on there as well. In fact, here's a screenshot of it. And just to prove that this is yours, I also supplied the account information to prove that it is in fact your site account. Now, since we're on the topic of site, let's discuss this.
Well, that's pretty damning.
You made. Where you say, 1, what debt? And then number 5, I was banned once for RWT. I was then banned 4 months later, 3 times on stream for commission staking because I was tweeted. Get it right. So you do admit to breaking the rules. But let's go back to number 1, because obviously you seem to forget your debt. And you seem to forget that even if you delete the list, it's still out there, and you still owe people money. Now, just in case you have short-term memory loss, Stella, I provided a screenshot from your old Discord server with all the debt that you owe. And if that's not enough, you never deleted the Google spreadsheet that you had with all the people you owed money to as well. And I apologize for my last video. I said you owed 55 bill. I was wrong. You actually owe 108 bill. Now, one thing I did leave out in the last video that I should have put in is, remember the guy that she owes 10 bill to? You know what she responded to him? She said, "You got lured for your bank, GG, sticks tongue out." She literally admits to scamming this guy, and Jagex does nothing about it.
Damn.
Now, since Mod Trident isn't familiar with the rules, I decided I'll put them on the screen for him. Maybe he could read along with us. This specifically the scamming section, where the first point says, asking other players to give you something with the promise that they will receive something in return and then not supplying it. Almost like the 108 bill debt that Stella has that, for about 3-4 years now, she hasn't even paid back 10 GP of it. Now, she has 60 bill on her account right now. Why isn't that going to people to pay back the debt that she has? Now, I know Trident struggles to find evidence when it comes to Stella, so I provided another one for him. This one, she says that you'll be prio until you're fully paid off. Deal? Pretty interesting. Everyone seems to be priority until they're fully paid off, but not a single person got paid off. Then, this person says, okay, don't have to chuck it all, that's up to you. But then after that, he can't send you another DM. You blocked him after.
I just want to say that this this video is going hard after Stella obviously showing, you know, like how she's breaking RuneScape regulation and everything like that. But I think obviously the real issue here is Mod Trident and within Jagex. You know, obviously people like Stella are gonna be Stella. You know what I mean? This is what they do. This is who they are. They might not be the most nicest of people or whatever, but obviously it's Mod Trident who's abusing his power within Jagex. So I think that really the issue lies with him, obviously. But you know, continue anyway.
To that. What's going on, Stella? Do you plan on paying it back? Maybe it was just a misclick. Now, Stella, I don't know when the lies stopped, but I've noticed in your old Discord you were talking about Oda used to cry and beg you for loans and money, which is ironic because yes, Odablock was in debt and he paid every single person back and cleared his debt list, unlike someone. You were also in debt at the time, so why would he ask you for loans and money when you didn't have your own money to loan him? Now, what's ironic here is that instead of banning Stella for the blatant scamming that she's doing, you instead decide to protect her, Mr. Trident. When you say her real life name in the game, which like I said isn't even Stella, you get an automatic 3-day mute, but for the reason it says that it's report abuse. Except nobody reported you when you said it, you get automatically muted. Now, I'm not for doxing, so I understand why this is here, but why isn't this for all the big content creators like Odablock or Foe, for instance? If you say their real life name in the game, you don't get automatically muted. Just Stella. Pretty odd. Now, it's not like this is new behavior for Stella. In fact, she's been doing this for years. On the screen right now, you guys can see an old conversation she had before she deleted her Discord, where she talks about a game she used to play called Habbo Hotel. That people implemented trading on there became more than just child's play. I invested 4K into it, actually. Now, that's weird, because I looked at the Habbo Hotel rules, and guess what? Real-world trading is against the rules there as well, but I guess you don't listen to the rules ever. Now, it seems that following in-game rules isn't the only thing that you're bad at. In fact, here you are talking about buying someone's social security number with Bitcoin, and then saying you don't like discussing it. Now, I wouldn't like discussing breaking the law either on Discord if I knew that after I deleted my account, the conversation would still stay, and someone can still screenshot it and send it. So I don't blame you there. And Stella, while we're on the topic of breaking the law, the IRS just called. They said they never received their cut for the gold that you sold. Might want to call them and settle that. Now, this next screenshot is from Mod Trident, because I'm sure she said the same exact thing to you. Someone asks for her Snapchat, and she gives it out to him, and then says, "You're the first guy I've ever given it out to this quickly. I'm disgusted with myself." Relax, he's not running a train on you, he's just asking for your Snapchat. It's not that serious. Now I have another thing to share with you, Mr. Trident. As you can see here, Stella...
Oh, nice. Continue.
Stella states that she doesn't mind fucking over corrupt guys. Now, right now, you're head of anti-cheat, so you're in a position of power. Well, what you're doing right now is very corrupt. You're banning people for unjust reasons.
Yeah.
Now, she scammed everybody in her debt list and never paid back a single dime, so she didn't mind fucking them over. Do you think she won't fuck you over when you lose your job? What use do you have of her then? None. You should probably take that into consideration before making your next move. Now, since Trident is incompetent at doing his own job, I noticed that you were doing routine checks and missed all these accounts, so I'm going to give them to you here because obviously I could do your job better than you can. And yeah, just ban all these accounts because they're all bots on the Zora high score list there, bud. Now, don't get me started on Soul Wars, Mr. Trident. 23 out of the top 25 accounts are all bots as well. But I guess we're going to have to wait 2 years for you to do a routine check on them, huh? Now, Jagex, I don't know if Trident is blind and you just employed a blind man as your head of anti-cheat. There is literally a whole post on site about Stella and her unsafe trading practices. She literally RWTs almost every single day, and the entire world knows about how unsafe her practices are, and Trident still can't catch on. Either he's blind, or he's just ignoring it for a reason. Now, if Jagex does plan on banning Stella, I showed the debt list earlier in the video, but she does have 60 bill in her account, so maybe Jagex could use some of that 60 bill to pay back some of the scam victims that she's had on that debt list
that would be nice,
that she
wouldn't it?
blocked and never paid back.
Poetic justice.
That would be a nice thing to do. Now, as I'm recording this video, Jagex just uploaded a news post regarding recent allegations, and all I have to say is, we won, boys. So let's go ahead and cover this. Many of you have recently seen community videos with allegations around a Jagex employee and suspected...
Oh, I didn't realise they'd released a statement on this now. Wow, okay. See, what I was actually going to say is, I don't believe that Jagex are not investigating this. I think that they are taking this very seriously. They just haven't, obviously, gone public with it yet because they need to get all the ducks in a row to be able to go public with something like this because it's obviously, like I said, a very delicate situation. But yeah, let's have a look.
Bias and account banning. We take these allegations extremely seriously, and there's a formal internal investigation underway using evidence provided to protect confidentiality, and we will not share the specifics of this investigation. It is about time that Trident goes under investigation because the things that he is doing is extremely dirty. In February, similar claims were brought up to our attention, and a formal investigation was carried out based on the evidence available to us at the time. The investigation did not substantiate the claims. However, since new information has been brought to our attention, we have opened a new investigation. Jagex, I've provided more than enough evidence for you guys to just get him out of there, you know? And if you guys need a new head of anti-cheat, I'll gladly take the job because obviously I've provided way more things than this guy could ever do. Much of the evidence provided exists outside of our game, which means that investigation will be more complex. We will need time to interview the information provided carefully. We ask you for your patience while this is carried out, and we will update you once concluded. Separately, last week we banned over 100 accounts for use of account services. You can now read more. You can read more about this on the rules of RuneScape and following the news post. We can confirm that thorough independent checks have been made, and these bans are correct and have been upheld. There is substantial evidence to validate they are in line with our standard procedures, and each ban has sufficient supporting in-game evidence to warrant the actions taken. Though whilst our investigations are ongoing, we have opted to change the duration to temporary. Should repeat offenses occur, permanent bans will be applied to any accounts involved. It's about time that you guys went ahead and changed it to a temporary ban because you actually had no evidence of any payment ever being made. So honestly, there shouldn't even be a temporary ban, but you know, we'll take it. At least it's not permanent. Please remain respectful to everyone involved in these issues. We do not tolerate harassment to any of our players or staff, and request to not publicly share real-life information of players and staff alike. If you have any additional evidence that may aid our investigation, please send it directly to tipoff@jagex.com so it could be included as part of our investigation. The old school team. About time we get some justice.
Okay, so yeah, by the looks of this, it looks as though as far as Mod Trident's concerned, it's probably the end of Mod Trident now. So it looks as though it looks as though the RuneScape community is winning this this war on corruption. But you know, obviously there is the Odablock situation and multiple of other accounts that might have been also banned due to Mod Trident's antics and Stella. So we'll just have to see what comes of it. But I really hope that this is a turning point for Jagex. Let's see what he has to say at the end of the video.
And hopefully, Mr. Trident, we'll see you at the McDonald's employment line very soon. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, send it to all your friends. And we won, boys. We won.
We won. Good news, good news. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, there's no way that Jagex weren't internally investigating this, especially after the massive uproar on YouTube and everything. And I think Odablock, he will get unbanned. I'm pretty sure he will be, you know, because the RuneScape community, if there's one thing about RuneScape which is really, really good in comparison to other like MMORPGs, is that they have a massive say in the RuneScape game and what happens, and they are sort of listened to in that respect. The only thing that's really, really rubbish about Jagex is like there is no customer service, but like once they hear sort of like the words of all the RuneScape fans on Twitter and over YouTube and in whatever space, Twitch, etc., they do listen. But yeah, I'm happy that this is sort of coming to a close. I hope Odablock gets his account back, and I hope that he I hope he gets I hope it's all rectified, the situation. But yeah, it's squeaky bum time for Jagex at the end of the day if they weren't going to look into this. I mean, they've really saved their own ass by looking into this, so it needed to happen. God knows what's going to happen with Stella now, to be honest, but it doesn't look good for her either. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.